This is Adam Gorney with the 2026 rankings release here at Rivals. New 5 stars. One is quarterback Ryder Lyons, who looked great at the LA Rivals camp last week. And more important than that, had a phenomenal sophomore season. Like, we know at Folsom you're going to put up big numbers, but
Sure.
as you were doing it, did you have like a sense of what was going on there?
I mean, I wasn't really trying to focus like a bunch on the stats. I was just more focused on winning games, like trying to keep winning games. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously incredible what we did. I mean, we won state championship, which was really cool. So I was proud of the team, proud of our defense, and yeah, I mean, the stats were cool, but like I said, I wasn't trying to focus on that.
Yeah, yeah. You've looked good at camps, you've looked good at some tournaments and stuff, but what you really do well, I mean, probably the best, is just you're super creative in the pocket. You can run when needed, you can get outside and throw the ball. Is that how you kind of want to play the position and where you feel most comfortable?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would say. I mean, I feel like as a quarterback, I mean, there's obviously different kinds, but I like to say that I'm pretty good at like just extending a play. So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna try to go through my reads first, throw like just run the offense. But if the offense isn't working, then I'm gonna have to extend the play and make a play, which I think was one of my best qualities this year.
Do you want that kind of system in college? Have you talked to coaches about that? Or are you kind of more comfortable as you get older and not wanting to take as many hits, maybe just kind of sitting in the pocket and delivering it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I haven't really talked to a lot of coaches about that. I think a huge reason they're recruiting me is because of that. So if they're recruiting me because of that, I think they're gonna apply that and use me in that way.
Let's talk about some of the schools that you've mentioned last week, USC and Oregon. Let's stay out here for a little bit. Your brother, I believe, comes back from a mission next year. Will be ready to play
Yeah, yeah.
at USC. How we talked about this, but again, how big is that, and the consideration of playing with him, and how you weigh that in your own recruitment?
I mean, I feel like anyone with siblings, especially with like an older brother, like a big idol in your life, can just like relate to that. Like, of course you want to play with him. Like that's a huge like that would be incredible. Like that would be crazy. So that's obviously a big factor in my decision because he is committed to play tight end at USC.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any not concern, but just watching Juju Lewis's recruitment with going to USC, maybe the next guy up there. I mean, any feel on that, or are you going to kind of go where you feel like is the best spot for you?
I mean, yeah, I'm not worried about other guys. I'm just worried about me. Like I'm gonna go where I feel I should go, and I'm gonna compete with anyone in the country for that position.
Yeah. Someone who did a lot of what you do in high school is Bo Nix at Oregon. He was a guy that prolonged plays and ran around and made it exciting. How much have you watched him, especially kind of revitalize his career at Oregon and then playing for a guy like Will Stein and Dan Lanning and guys?
I mean, I watched most of Oregon's game. He obviously played incredible the whole season, like one of the best quarterbacks in college football. So it was good to see that. Like I do think, I mean, I don't think a lot of people like really realize how much of more of an athlete he is. Like he doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but he really did extend a lot of plays this year, which was yeah obviously good to see.
Texas A&M, Michigan, Notre Dame, some other schools involved with you. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of others. And I know it's crazy to ask, but are you sort of looking at a timeline for a commitment, or are you just kind of sitting back right now?
Um, I mean, I kind of want to decide a little bit earlier, just because I feel like as a quarterback, like I think I said this last time, as a quarterback, that connection with your offensive coordinator to the person who calls the plays is like one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
So earlier, but I mean, it's also hard to go early because you don't know if the coaches are going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a conversation that like a lot of quarterbacks are having now. They maybe want to lock in, but they don't know who's locked in with them. Like I think how closely do you watch that 31, I think, Division One FBS coaches moved this year, and I mean hundreds of assistants.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to navigate, of course. I feel like that's why you have to be at a place, at a school where you regardless of coach, but you want a coach who is like a coach who's stable, who you think's going to stay there for a while, just because you want the best of both worlds, of
Yeah.
course.
Definitely. Again, that is new 5-star quarterback Ryder Lyons here in the 2026 rankings. I'm Adam Gorney for Rivals.com.
Appreciate you.